Why do we reinterpret political documents with modern ideas? Imagine watching a performance of Hamlet to hear Prince Hamlet say, to text or not to text. That is the question. Ridiculous, right? We wouldn't rewrite Shakespeare's works to fit modern trends. We preserve his words because they carry timeless meanings. Yet when it comes to one of the most significant documents in human history, the United States Constitution, we often treat it as if the words are up for reinterpretation, shifting with the tides of modern culture. Hi, I'm Peter Serafine, founder of Liberty Lighthouse, and today we're going to explore why this approach is not only wrong, but dangerous. James Madison warned us of the dangers of straying from clear and fixed meanings in our laws. The Constitution was carefully crafted to ensure that its words carried precise definitions, meant to guide us through centuries of governance. But when we reinterpret it with modern ideas, we chip away at the stability and its power to protect our liberty. Let's talk about Noah Webster. Known as the father of American scholarship and education, Webster understood the importance of preserving the original meaning of words. His 1828 Dictionary of the English Language was designed to define words as they were understood during the founding era. Why? Because if the meaning of words change, the Constitution itself becomes a moving target, subject to the whims of modern politics, rather than the principle of limited government and liberty that the founding fathers intended. Thomas Jefferson echoed this sentiment. He wrote, "On every question of construction, let us carry ourselves back to the time when the Constitution was adopted." Jefferson understood that applying modern interpretations undermines the very foundation of constitutional law. Reinterpreting the Constitution to fit today's trends is like rewriting Shakespeare to include smartphones. It distorts the original meaning and destroys its timeless relevance. So why do we reinterpret political documents while preserving original meanings of the works of the Three Musketeers or Romeo and Juliet? The answer lies in convenience and power. Modern reinterpretations allow judges, and politicians, and scholars to impose their ideologies without going through the rigorous process of amending the Constitution, a process designed to reflect the will of the people. The framers anticipated this change. That's why they included the amendment process. But this process requires deliberation and consensus. When we bypass it in favor of reinterpretation, we undermine the consent of the governed and expand government power far beyond what the Constitution intended. Words like commerce, militia, and welfare had specific meanings when the Constitution was written. Those meanings can't simply be updated to fit modern agendas. For example, the Commerce Clause has been stretched to justify federal overreach in ways the founders never intended. That's why tools like Noah Webster's dictionary are so important. They help us recover and preserve the original intent. John Jay, the first Chief Justice, said, "Every member of the state ought to diligently read and study the Constitution of his country." Studying the Constitution in its original context is not just an academic exercise. It's a civic duty. If we reject modern reinterpretations and return to the founders' understanding of liberty, limited government, and the rule of law, just as we preserve the works of Shakespeare and Dumas in their original forms, we must do the same with the Constitution. Noah Webster's 1828 dictionary gives us a roadmap for understanding the words as they were written. By adhering to those meanings, we ensure that the Constitution remains a steadfast guardian of liberty, not a tool for political convenience. So I challenge you, read the Constitution, study it as the founders intended. And when someone claims it means something new, ask, what did it mean in 1787? Because the original meaning is the only safeguard of our freedoms. Thank you for watching. And let's work together to preserve the Constitution for generations to come.